Hey everyone, Glenn here again. How are we all? So, I've got a special guest here, a little bonus for you all. Mitch Ping.
I'm the bonus.
That's the bonus. So, some of you may have come across Mitch before. Yeah, I've known him for a little while now. We used to work together. And yeah, he's very, very knowledgeable in what he does. So, he's going to share some insights a little bit after, okay? But, week 8, okay? You would see some content in here around meal prepping, okay, macros, calories, tracking, okay. What we're going to talk about today is actually taking action to do those things and implement them to create those habits, okay. So taking action is, the main thing that you need to do to get results, because if you don't take action, nothing's going to happen. All right, pretty simple. So what we're going to get you to do today is to take some action towards tracking your foods, seeing what works for you or what doesn't work for you, okay, and finding some patterns how you can improve. All right, so around meal prepping, the guide is super simple, okay. Follow it if you need, step by step. There's a few tips, pointers, all that sort of stuff in there. Use it how you need. You don't have to use it to a T, okay? Adapt it to what works for you. As you go on the weekly checkouts as well, check-ins, we ask you what's working for you, what's not working for you, and this is the exact same. If it's not working for you, there's no point doing it, okay? So what's your thoughts around macros, calories, tracking? We'll touch on that first. So Mitch is very knowledgeable in that area. And he's worked with many clients in that area. So what's your thoughts around it?
Okay, so, and just to touch on what's working, what's not working, what I get my clients to do is look at their goals or their plans for the week as experiments. So what will usually happen, like, oh, Glenn's given us this awesome recipe guide, this meal guide. I'm going to follow it. If I don't follow the guide, I'm a failure. Now, if it's an experiment, following the meal guide is just an experiment. Now, here's the experiment. What's the payoff? The payoff is I have more energy, I'm more focused, I sleep better, I have better workouts, I have better communication, I make more money, all these things. So figure out, get really clear on what's the payoff that you would get from doing this experiment. And then if you fail, you're not the failure, the experiment is the failure. So I think planning is absolutely so important, and reflecting. So planning and reflecting is going to give you the self-worth enough to, have the belief in yourself to keep doing it and stay consistent and stay sustainable. Because no one wants to do a 12-week challenge, lose a bunch of weight just to put it all back on again and then feel guilty and shit about themselves. All right? So use the experiment, use the payoff, and then just keep adapting it, like Glenn said. So macros, calories, and tracking. The biggest thing is how important is your health to you, and how big of a priority is your health for you right now? Because if you're a competitive bodybuilder, then you're going to track everything. You're going to go to the gym 2 hours a day. You're going to do all of these things. When you join a 12-week challenge, you can get excited and you'll set really big goals, and then unrealistic goals that aren't sustainable. So make sure you get clear on what's my goal? What do I want to achieve from this 12-week challenge? And then what is required of me to achieve this goal? And you can ask Glenn, or even shoot me a message like, okay, Glenn, I want to lose 1 kilo a week for 12 weeks. How hard is that?
Yeah. So not very hard if you stick to it.
Yeah.
For some people.
So you would need to be more strict. I don't know. Let me know if you agree. If you would need to be more strict and consistent and disciplined with your food if you want to lose 1 kilo a week versus, hey, I just want to sleep better, have a bit more energy, a bit more focus by the end of 12 weeks. It's completely different, and it's also going to depend on your lifestyle. If you're working long hours, if you're barely getting any sleep, all you need to do is get to the next step. I was talking to Glenn about his business before, and it's exploding. Like he's providing so much value. Everyone's coming in, rushing through the doors, and you're like, oh my God, what do I do? Right? I'm just kind of a bit confused. But all you need to do is just get to the next step. And that's the biggest thing. Figure out what you want to achieve. What's the next step? If the next step is tracking. So there's a bit of a hierarchy. It would be like, okay, track my water. I would say water is number one. Track your vegetables. So once you can track your water and you're happy with how much water you're drinking, you feel good and all this stuff, then you can track your vegetables. How much vegetables am I eating? Am I eating any vegetables throughout the entire week, throughout the entire month? Start with some veggies, right? I know that's usually the first thing that slips up with us business owners. We're just like, no veggies. Where's the chocolate?
Yep, definitely. And I'm sure everyone goes through similar patterns as well.
Yeah.
Definitely. So it's about, finding those things, tracking them, and what works. The low-hanging fruit, I think.
Yes, that's a good way of explaining
is
it.
the best way to look at it. What's going to be the easiest to grab, or, the most simplest thing to grab, which is going to get you the best results. Okay, so yeah, definitely water, veggies, as we've mentioned in previous weeks in this program, is adding those things in and thinking, how can I have more of those things rather than what do I need to get rid of, or what
Don't get rid of the chocolate.
No, have chocolate.
Just drink more water and eat more veggies and you'll eat less chocolate.
Definitely, yep. So, look at things like, okay, I get to have more veggies, I get to eat well, I get to feel better, rather than I have to eat veggies, I have to, eat better, I have to feel better. It's not like that. So if you can flip it and think, I get to do all those things.
I love to do it.
Yeah, I love to feel better. I love to eat these things that make me feel good. Okay, so yeah, awesome. Cool, continue.
Yeah, so water, veggies, and then after that, we'll get into calories. Well, actually, we'll go protein first. So I think protein's really important, especially if you're doing any weight training or you want to feel more full, so you're not eating as much food. So in turn, you'll lose weight. So make sure you're having 3 meals of protein a day. So 3 good servings of protein. So water, veggies, protein in order. So only go to veggies if you've done the water. Once you've got the water and the veggies, then you can think about having 3 servings of protein a day. After that, look at how much overall food you're eating, so calories. I don't know, I mean, we could go down the... So protein and carbs, for 1 gram of protein and carbs, it's 4 calories. So a calorie is a unit of measurement. It's just how much energy it is. It's how we measure it. And then fat is what you need to be careful. So when you eat out at restaurants, your butters, your oils, all of those things will have a lot of oil. For 1 gram of fat, it's 9 calories. So you got to be just aware of the ratios of protein, carbs, fat, because protein and carb will be lower calorie and your fat is the really high calorie. So as long as you're aware of that, your calories, and just kind of start getting an idea, you can use MyFitnessPal, you can just keep a food diary and just kind of figure out, okay, how much protein, carbs, fat am I having with each meal? And that's your overall calories. So we've got water, we've got veggies, protein, then we get into calories. After that, so take that to the next step, and I would say probably as far as you guys would want to go is your macros. So like I said, protein, carbs, fat. Instead of tracking the calories, you can track how much protein am I going to have, how much carbs am I going to have, and how much fat am I going to have. So I think it'd be something like 150 grams of protein, 150 grams of carbs, and 50 grams of fat, something like that. And you can use a tracking device like MyFitnessPal. Is that what you...
Yep. So in, I think, one of the earlier weeks, MyFitnessPal is there. There's a video explaining how to use it, basically.
Perfect.
Okay. Now, as far as calculating what you need, that is really individual. Every person's going to be a little bit different depending on your body size to start with, okay? Your activity levels, your training habits as well, whether you're weight training or cardio training mainly, or no training.
Sitting on the couch.
Yep, definitely. So I will put a link to a calculator, not a calendar, a calculator that you can use as a general baseline, okay? It's not specific. It doesn't mean you have to stick to that, to a T. Adjust it a little bit as you go, all right? So it just is a general sort of figure, okay? But yeah, I'll link that down the bottom. So that'll cover protein, carbs, fats, and give you some idea of what to aim for. And then go back to the MyFitnessPal section, okay? that's where it's all going to link together. All right, so you may be wondering, you're getting to week 8 and you're thinking, gee, I haven't really looked at calories, proteins, macros, fats, whatever until now, because this program has been very heavily mindset based up until now. Okay, so, you know, in my whole philosophy around health, fitness, wellness, whatever, it's all an equation. Okay, so the fitness side of things, a lot of people think that's, you know, the main thing in any fitness and health program.
It's about the sit-ups you do during the day, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
That's what gets you abs.
Yep, and the push-ups and all that. But no, fitness is only a small portion of the equation. You know, it might be 5 or 10% of the whole equation. The mindset, the accountability side is, you know, 45, 50%, somewhere around there, because, you know, without the mindset, without the accountability, you're not going to get shit done. Okay?
No chance.
Nutrition, that in my eyes is a little bit higher than, you know, training fitness, because you can have the best nutrition plan in the world and you'll still get results if you're, you know, not doing much, you know, weight training and stuff like that. But you can have the best training program in the world, but eat like shit and not be accountable to it, and you're not going to get the results.
Yeah, you can't out-train a bad diet.
No, definitely. And you can't outrun a bad diet either. You know, if you're a cardio bunny, you can't outrun those things either. So, you know, the accountability, the nutrition, the mindset is a bigger portion of the whole equation. Fitness is just a supplement in my eyes to make everything easier. Okay, the accountability, the mindset will make the nutrition will make the exercise easier and more effective. Okay, so yeah, a little tangent there.
I like it.
Yeah,
it's good.
Cool. Anything else you want to touch on around macros, calories, fats, proteins, whatever?
Man, I could talk about nutrition all day. But like Glenn said, and the whole thing about an action comes from a choice, and that choice comes from the thoughts that you have. So everything you do, you need to think about it, or you have thought about it before. That's what a habit is. You either create a new habit or you reinforce an old one. So the reason you go for the low-hanging fruit is because you need to create the habits first. You know, when you can drink a lot of water during the day, it becomes a habit if you do it over a long enough time. And once you drink more water, you realize, oh, actually, I'm not as hungry. Oh, actually, I'm sleeping better. Oh, actually, I have more energy from something so simple as water. But what happens with social media and marketing is, you know, oh, you got to, like, here's this program where you're just going to train really hard at home and you'll get a six-pack in 20 minutes. And, you know, we've got this complex program system workout that you need to do, and we've got all these calories and numbers that you track. It's like, no, you don't need to do all that. You just need to, like, drink more water, build the habit, build the foundation, and, you know, the broader the base, the bigger the peak. So focus more on your thoughts, your feelings around food, rather than, you know, thinking your food's going to solve all your problems, because it's not. So it's all a mindset.
Yep, definitely. And the whole action piece is, as I said earlier, if you don't take action, you don't get results. And you can't keep putting something off or blaming, complaining, and justifying other things, other people, other aspects of your life for not taking action. Okay, we need to start taking responsibility and saying, okay, if I want results, I'm going to have to take action. That comes into every aspect of life, health, fitness, whatever. Is, you know, we can get overwhelmed, but it's about getting that low-hanging fruit and saying, okay, what's the next step? Like Mitch mentioned earlier. Okay,
It's like you're going to do with your business.
yeah, 100%. We all go through it. Definitely, we all go through it. And you know, it's about just taking that next step, whether that's a step back to reflect, to look. That's still a step. Okay, and then you can take that next step forward, or whatever direction that is.
I've never really heard that before. That's good.
Yeah.
This is why I like hanging out with Glenn. He's just so wise.
Cool. So we'll leave you on that note. There'll be a couple other videos in this week. There'll be some guides, downloads, all that sort of thing as well. we are getting to the pointy end of the 12-week program that you are in, okay? So, as I've said every other week, if you do have any questions, concerns, feedback, or anything like that, please shoot me a message, give me a call. That's what I'm here for. If I don't hear from you, then I think everything's going fine and you're doing awesome. But if you are struggling, let me know, okay? Awesome.
We're here to support you.
Definitely. So thanks, Mitch, for joining me.
Thanks for inviting me.
That's all right. It's a little bit of a exciting special appearance, okay? If you want to check out Mitch at all, so Mitch Ping Coaching.
Yeah, the Mindset Architect.
The Mindset Architect.
The Mindset guy.
Awesome mindset coach. Has helped me in many aspects, business, personal, all that sort of stuff. So mindset wise, hit up Mitch. Alrighty.
Sweet. Thanks, guys.
All right, see ya.